Welcome to Tutorial Tuesday with Lerato. That's me. I am a woman, clearly. I am 37 years old and I am born and bred in Johannesburg. I'm an entrepreneur. I've had the pleasure of working as an employee as well as an entrepreneur. I've owned a few companies, various companies, and I have learned quite a lot in my journey. And I just feel that in this space, I would love to share the things that I think were most valuable to me that I've never heard other people discuss. So I know that these are uncertain times that we live in, and a lot of people are considering entrepreneurship as their backup plan, I guess. And that's okay. But entrepreneurship is not as easy as people think it is. It's certainly more, I guess, valuable in the end. But the journey to get to the picture that you have in your head is long. It's tiresome. So before you go into that type of space, it's important to consider three very important things. First one is your business idea. Does it have a case? Does your business idea have a case? When I ask if it has a case, I'm basically asking, do people actually need what you're selling? I can't sell bikinis in a place that has winter 90% of the year. That's not something that, people need. So you need to separate your emotion from the idea itself. Do a lot of research about where you want to open up your business, why you want to open it up there, and will you have a consumer base around that area, even if it's online, it's important to consider things like that. I made a mistake once of opening a health store in a place where people didn't want to get healthy. And it cost me financially. And it cost me emotionally too, because obviously for me, it's important for people to be healthy. And when you're trying to advocate for a healthy living and the consumers that keep coming in don't want to hear it, basically, because they're not in that space, and the area itself was not about that. And when I moved that store and moved to my second location, it was both one of the best things that I could have done and an eye-opener, because when I moved it to a wellness center. And yes, I was surrounded by a lot more people who wanted to get fit and who were about that life. However, consumption means were also an issue, and it just emphasized to me how important it is to basically do a lot of research. Do a lot of research about when you want to open up something, if it's something that people need, and if it's something that people are willing to even sacrifice their income for, because basically when somebody buys something that you're selling, they're sacrificing their income. They could have spent that money elsewhere, but they're deciding to spending it with you. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, do you have a passion for whatever it is that you want to get into? Excusez-moi. And when I say, do you have a passion for it, I don't mean, that airy-fairy, oh my God, I love it. No, I mean, are you willing to withstand the rain? Can you Yeah, because entrepreneurship comes with a lot of rain. It comes with a lot of bumps and a lot of learning curves. And when you're going through that, are you willing to stick it through? You get tested a lot when you are an entrepreneur, mentally, physically, financially, spiritually. You there's days where you just want to break down and cry and give it to somebody else. And the third question that I want to ask you is, do you have the means? And when I say do you have the means for it, I'm not talking about do you have the funding. I think that is one of the biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs make when they have their business idea down, they have their business plan, and they're ready to put things into action. The first thing that they want to do is to go to a funding company and look for funding. No. How about you use the resources that you have already around you, right? Be industrious. Look at the things around you and see what you can utilize to get your business going. Build a customer base. That way, when you start to look for funding, which is going to be necessary within the growth period, but that's a discussion for another day. But within that inception period, it's important to remember that you need to make your business attractive enough that a funder will come and find you, So I'll give you an example. If you wanted to start a t-shirt company and you don't have zero capital, you don't even have not $1, not £1, not R1 in your pocket, it's not the end of the world. You go to a t-shirt company, you negotiate with them and you say, you guys want to sell t-shirts? I want to have a t-shirt business. So what I'll do is I'll open up an online company, basically, that shows the different designs that people can have on the t-shirts that I will be selling. And I will come to you to come get a specific amount of t-shirts once I have the orders, which is important. And you guys get a cut from that, and I get a certain percentage as well. And because most printing companies, most t-shirt manufacturing companies are also printing companies, and they can also print stuff for you. That way you have a 2-in-1, get it done and sell your t-shirt, pay them and pay yourself, and that way you can raise your own capital whilst you're still working, and getting that business off the ground. It may sound easy to even do what I just said, but it's not. But it can be done. I've seen it done, and I've done it my damn self. So I am an FMCG retail consultant, and what I do is basically I find a market space for a product that they would have normally not found. i.e., I'll give you an example. A customer of mine sells spinach, and instead of them having to sell at the normal fruit and veg market, I took their spinach and put it into a big retail store, without saying which retail store that is. I got it into a retail store, and I got it into hotels as well. And that's not easy to do, but that's basically what I do on a day-to-day basis. That's just to give you a background on what I do. And in the spaces that I work in, it's important to understand people. So I am very passionate about people. Understanding suppliers, understanding myself, understanding other people like your customers and stuff, and how to balance all of that without going off the rails. And because I'm passionate about that, I think it's so important to share that, and which is exactly what I'll be doing with my page. And I hope you will subscribe to it and let me know, give me some feedback, see if there's anything that's valuable to you. The things I'll be sharing are not just for entrepreneurs. it's stuff that would also be relevant to people who are managers of different companies. And yeah, I hope you will enjoy it, and I hope you'll find it very valuable to you. Please do give me some feedback, and don't be shy to critique. Be kind. Yeah, but honestly, I'm looking forward to this. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I'm glad that I get to do it. So, welcome. Episode 1, done and dusted.